stamping this, what we're going to do is we're going to do a cut down. We're going to do a cut down right here because these people want, you know, a pathway kind of out to their barbecue pit out there. So we're going to do maybe a 2-foot cut down so they can put a couple pavers in here. And so I'll leave this recording and kind of show you how we do this in the process with it. You want to do everything kind of the same, but before you stamp, you need to cut it down first. So basically, we're going to do one from here to here. I'll need the fatty and the big trowel over there, and then that one, yeah. So basically, I'm going to take from where I want to start, and I want to cut off the top of the curb. Just like you're filleting a fish, for those of you that are good enough fishermen to actually catch fish. And I'm going to put this off to the side. I can clean that up later. Okay. I don't want to cut it too low because, you know, you're going to mess with the integrity of the curb itself. I'll need the piss too. First thing I do is just do a nice pack. Now the curb's still fairly high, so it's going to be strong enough it shouldn't crack, but it's not going to have that back edge for them to trip on. And so I just basically flatten it out. What you have to make sure that you do is you don't cut it below this point, because it's easier to finish. So if you keep it above that point, you can match it up on the back and it's a lot easier. So I'll basically take a 3/4 trowel like this. I'm going to tap the backside just to compact it in there. That way I can get a line. I'll put a little piss on there. I probably sprayed the camera. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and take this, make sure you have the tip up, and I'm going to smooth out that backside. Now this mix is a little dry. It's still workable though, but see, now the front side is really easy because I didn't cut that, so it's really easy to finish. Take a little bit of piss, make sure you got some on there, and I'm going to smooth this out. Now this is still going to be stamped, okay, but it's a custom, you know, it's a custom thing that you can, you know, you can charge for if you want. I don't charge for them. It don't really take that long to do, and it's, you know, sometimes you're actually getting more footage because if you do this by their stairs, there's 4 or 5 feet extra that you're going to actually do because you're doing something custom like this. And so basically I'll just kind of clean up the backside a little bit better. Okay, it doesn't have to be totally perfect because this is going to be stamped, so any little imperfection is going to kind of be, you know, it's going to kind of disappear. So he's going to go ahead and, Jerry will go ahead and roll that on there. We're using a paint roller to roll this. This is Storm Gray and we're doing a slate stamp. So he's going to make sure he coats that curb. Okay, I'm going to come over with the slate stamp. Again, this mix was a little bit drier, so I'm going to be a little bit more careful. I'm just going to go ahead and stamp that in the middle. We'll keep going. Okay, now when we do our cut downs, or our joints, we want to make sure that we match those up. You can go ahead and blow. So he's going to blow off that excess. We're going to start doing our joints. Now we want to make sure we place our joints evenly spaced. So if I put a joint right here on this side where I cut down, I'm going to put a joint on that side to match it up. And then I'll go ahead and put one in the middle. So we don't have one small one here and a big one there. So it kind of matches up. Now if that mix had one more second of water in it, it'd have been a little bit easier to kind of work with, but it's still pretty easy because it's a slate stamp. So now you're going to have a, you know, a nice little cut down right there where they can put a couple stepping stones. They don't have a tripping hazard to step over the curb. And you know, he's going to go ahead and roll those, and then we'll take you know, our paint thinner, which is our solvent, mineral spares paint thinner. It's going to go ahead and liquefy that color. It looks like I got a couple little wobbles there I'm going to fix here in a second to make sure that's smooth. Okay, now he's liquefying that powder, okay, and it basically is getting that ready for sealer. So once that evaporates, like some of this stuff back there is already evaporated, he's already sealing that. Okay, and that allows you to seal the same day. You don't have to mess around with any of that. So that's a pretty cool little thing that you can do to, you know, make a little bit more money and make it more custom.